Do you think servant leadership is for everyone? I'm curious.
I believe we can. I believe if you are aware, if you take the time to see, as you mentioned, like where are there gaps? Where is there a need? And where can I feel the need? And also to recognizing it doesn't have to be something what many would consider massive. For example, when we talked offline, I talked about I stocked the shelves. I went and got gloves. I helped put bedding on beds. It's like, well, of course, that's not my role. That's not my skill set, strength, or what have you. But I knew that when our CNAs were really stretched thin, that was an area where I could fill a gap. I was an extra set of hands. So I think sometimes when we think about leadership, people think of something big, huge. It's really about impactful. How can you help in this area? Is it serving food? Is it adding to the lunch line, wherever it is? For example, we talked about when I mentioned earlier, bringing food in. If people are working like 12, 14-hour shifts, they didn't often have time to let me go take my lunch break, let me go get something to eat. So even that little thing of I took 15, 20 minutes off of their taxing day to make sure that they had a hot meal, it goes a long way. I feel like people will support you when they know, you know what, this person cares about me as a person. When it comes to jobs, roles, and how we show up, and I think that's in personal relationships and professional relationships. When people are like, you know what, Raven really cares about me, because if everything else is out of whack in your life, it's hard to show up. Even when we started this podcast, you asked, hey, how's your day going? It really it sets the tone for what the conversation will be. It sets the tone for what the relationship will be, because people know, hey, this person cares about me past like the job or the role or the task.
I know I definitely had a few assignments where you just feel like you're a number. You really just feel like you're just a number. Like you can walk by people and they don't know your name. And it's almost sad to even say that, where people can spend so much of their dedicated lives and their dedicated skill set. They go to school and they learn certain things, and they can bring that to an organization or a company, and they can offer that with great value. And then on the personal side, no one remembers their name, or no one remembers anything else outside of that. It's the person behind. If we want to stay with, what is it, alliteration, right? It's the person behind the process. Sometimes in business we're so worried about process and trying to make sure everything is done in the right order, but there's people in that process that's most important. So it's really raising the value in that is what I'm picking up on. And I think that in a sense is refreshing and almost inspiring to think that, I would say, it's a need. It's a need in any organization to have some form of servant leadership, regardless of personality style. Because some people that I've talked to personally, very highly driven, get results done, but don't really have that personal connection and don't really feel the need to, until they see it on the flip side, like what happens without it.